Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me. I see you got a lot of people in here. I appreciate you. Some of you got notifications, I see. That's a big step for YouTube. Let's see who we got in here. The prepping artists, I saw them in here first. Hey, Thistle Moon, Kevin, Nancy, Satan Hunter. Hey, Shannon, Robin, how are you? If I miss you, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to be low on riches in here. How dare they have a life, right? I'm just messing. I usually have no issues in here. Hey, Tiger. Dusty, how are you? Simply Tony, good to see you, sir. Teresa, again, if I miss you, I'm sorry. Hey, Mary, Sandy, Southern Tier Prepper. Hey, how are you? If you haven't seen Southern Tier Prepper's channel, go sub up her. I found her from Hudson Valley. Just good people. Go see all those. Go throughout your community, out your borders of your community. It helps. Hey, she's a wildflower. So I guess everybody, you can hear me fine. See me fine. I am tired today. I am running on sleepy. I had a busy day yesterday. I had to travel out of town. Got home super late. I'm just tired. And Montana, Nana, Annette, how are you? Loretta, good to see you. So what are we talking about today, chat? I don't know. I don't have anything planned. I just come in here and sit down and chat. Oh, those Huckleberry. I didn't know if he has some farm things he's doing. I didn't know if he was going to be in here. But do all the YouTube stuff. If it's for me, put it in all caps so I don't get over here and get too squirrel. You have anything particular for me? I hope all you have a great weekend. We are burning up down here in the south. I know we talked about the weather the other day when I was on. It's crazy. We could use some rain. Hey, JRC, how are you? So have y'all been? I did every time nonstop. We're seeing all the stuff I brought up about, we're in fire season again, right? Because they're burning everything down. Just happened to be catching the coal and everything. We know these things were going to come. They need to come up with something else because it's just on repeat. But then, there's tons of food recalls, and I have my different opinions about the food recalls and the, oops on purpose type things they're doing for that. But I mean, it seems like every couple of days I see, there's tons of beef recall, yogurt, cucumbers, tons of bottled water. The bottled waters keeps adding up, and you got to have water. Now, I'm not saying bottled water is the way to go. I mean, we have there's different things, but, we all seem to stock some amount of bottled water. So there's lots of that type of stuff. I'm not heavily constant on recalls. It depends on where, what it is, where it's at. But there are some, lots of, salmonella, listeria. There's different things like that they're recalling for. Waiting for bread to rise. Yeah. We make a lot of different types of bread products, sourdough stuff around here. Hey, Annette, how are you? And again, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Oh, the caterpillar. See, y'all are getting them later than we are up north. Y'all are getting them. Gosh, that was awful. When we had ours, it was awful. I've never seen it that bad. I feel for you. Now the moths are everywhere, but it's way better than the caterpillars we had. It was like the plague. It was crazy. I am of me. How are you? Good to see you. It is hot. Like it's toasty. It's a bit spicy down here in the south. And we need rain, which is unusual. It's unusual to wish for that in Florida because we always get rain, but we haven't been getting steady rain. I bet they won't. Never. They'll never do cricket recalls, will they? I mean, what else could be wrong with them besides you're already eating bugs? Grasshopper invasions, JRC. And I've asked I still have not seen a ton of people talking about the cicadas. I haven't seen a whole bunch. There's Gma Merkel. Did y'all hear the door kick in? There she is. How are you? You keep getting rain. And then some places that aren't used to so many rains, I heard they're saying they're just getting tons of rains. And I'm seeing, I don't know. Well, I have my, they're messing with things often as well. But the humidity is always ridiculous. Hummingbirds. Yeah, we've been having the hummingbirds have been here for a little bit. Ah, you don't have quit raining there, huh? I know we need it. I know I see certain people getting. I was like, please send it our way because we desperately need it for the garden and our fruit trees and everything. We need it, and I get tired of having to um, water everything that heavily because it's so hot. We're some of them we're watering twice a day, early in the morning and then in the afternoon. No cicadas, no cicadas. Yeah. Oh, really? She's wildflower? How about that? I don't. We always have cicadas in the south. I mean, not to that extent. We always hear them. That time of year, but not like they were talking about. But I am sorry to hear that. Hey, Billy boy, how are you? Yeah, we don't, Tiger. We don't. I don't know a life without hurricanes. That's just what we do. I don't know. Maybe we're kind of again. It's always what you're used to. They just don't seem to freak us out. It's just a way of a life, especially also when you're prepared and survival and stuff. We just naturally do that. Well, season's coming up, and this is what's going on. They claim it's going to be awful, but they claimed that last year too. You know, how do they really know? Anyways, hey, coffee. If I'd have missed you, um, make sure I don't miss anything in here. Y'all talking. You don't like her. See, hurricanes don't bother me. Hurricanes don't bother me. Earthquakes, I don't. I've been in one, and that was one too many. I didn't like that. But when some of the blizzard snow craziness that some of y'all get, that would freak me out. But again, I'm not accustomed to that. And speaking of all that weather stuff, is I hope we talk about a lot, and here we are. If it's blistering hot, if it's pouring rain, if it's whatever, do all those things that you may be forced to do during shift, and all the ridiculous, not just when it's super nice and cool and ideal. Let's go camping and have fun weather. Make yourself uncomfortable in those situations. I encourage you to. Same thing with air conditioner, heat in the winter. I don't know. We've gotten so spoiled with all that. Now the weather is different than when we were younger and our parents and grandparents. True, but I say challenge yourself on a lot of that. Oh, speaking of, I saw this right before I came in there. The nonsense of the absolute joke. We know what. Well, for me, June 1st starts hurricane season. June is also a month of nonsense for a lot of people. Anyways, but I guess it was in Philly. There was a free Palestine protesters started colliding and blocking. They started colliding with a pride parade. I'm so glad that happened for both of those sides. Come on. Meanwhile, the real world, you know, they created all of it. So enjoy. That's how both of them can enjoy. Oh, nice with the garden. Yeah, you is everybody pretty much even the more northern people y'all got your stuff in? Um if everything's you got everything in yet. No, I do no Montana I no I love snow. I do. I love snow. Um I I love snow and I love that cold weather like that, but I don't want to do gray skies, no sun, mountains of, several feet of snow for months and months out of the year. I just want to like have my white Christmas, like December, January type stuff. I want to have snow and then I want it to go away. I don't know why I can't live somewhere like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's Florida blood through and through right there. Um, yeah. We do have a long growing season. That is, and we can grow a whole lot here that most places can't. Long growing season, all the fruit and stuff we can buy here. that is a blessing. In every place, it doesn't matter. No place is perfect. Every place has our good and bad. Um, let's see. We don't use. Let me see, Dusty. I thought I saw it. Am I way behind? No. Don't. We don't use AC. Yeah, if it's cool enough, if it's fine that it's not miserable, unbearable. I like to have my windows open all year round, anytime I can, even at night. And I like my at night. I just rather have fresh air. I like. I would just rather have that. Now, when it is deep in summer in the South, it's ridiculous. But again, do things safely. Make yourself uncomfortable. Just planting now, Montana Nana. Oh, that seems crazy. June. We've been harvesting and went through some. Some of our beans have already run their course. We get other things in, but we've been steady eating. Lots of peppers, tons of tomatoes, um, pink eyed peas, the black eyed peas and stuff like that. We've been pulling all those strawberries, um, just lots of different things. We've done one thing of potatoes we got out, and we have more that we just keep. And a lot of things. Well, if we harvest and it goes through, we'll put them right back in the ground because we have such a long growing season. So that is a blessing. Let's see what everybody's doing in their garden and stuff. We've won 6 more garden beds this year. Oh yeah, nice. And we always try to I always say try to every year try to grow something you never grown, something that has always been a challenge or hard for you. You know, I'm just into challenge yourself in all areas of life. Just challenge yourself to do things. Don't do the easy way only, but and adding more every year. Try to grow like your whatever your preps or like your gardening, your survival things, your skills, your every year, every season. I feel like add more things or take it a step further. Um, JRC picking beans as well. Oh, oh, that's right. Any? Can you do any container gardens? Just have something. I'm like, at least I got something growing. At least I got something. I mean, it'll calm my nerves. At least I got something going early on in all season. I mean, I even have bok choy growing in my back room in the windows. I have tried to put it. Hey, Rip! I'm so glad you're here, sir. Caught alive. Good to see you as always. Garden bed. Okay, I'm trying to make sure. See? But y'all don't get it like that either, though, huh? Exactly. I want it to look really pretty and go out and play in it and go try some of these survival skill different things in that harsher weather and then I want things to go away. And I want it to be between like 55 and 75 the rest of the year. I don't see what the problem is. I can't. Let's see. Yeah, is it coffee? It said about the heat. Yeah. I don't like it like it feels like hot air in my house, even in the winter. I don't like that. I mean, there's different ways to be warm than to, and I hate dry heat. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love a good fireplace and things like that, but like just dry forced heat, I can't stand it. Hey, Katrinka, good to see you. Yep. Oh, we always have fans and stuff going all year round. That's just what it is. I have to sleep with a fan on. I have to have fans on all the time. I cannot stand anything that feels like still air. In my car, in my house, outside. But most of Florida, we always have some type of breeze, wind going. It's just, which is really nice, and that's why as hot as it is, it's still bearable because of that. Well, with Southern blood, it is. Some of y'all come down here and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is spring. This is nice weather. Can't take it. But what you're accustomed to. Chili. Oh, Nancy is really at North New York. It's still cold. Hope Bus, you made it. If you haven't seen her channel, go check her out. She is a sweet, sweet soul. I just absolutely love her. I know you are challenging yourself. You are. Hey, T Paul, good to see you. Good to see you. Anybody I've missed, I'm sorry if you've come in. Let me see. Saint Hunter's always got something good to say. Yep. No garden this year either. Oh, I feel antsy about it if I don't. Well, we just eat out of that throughout, like fresh. But I like having fresh produce all the time. But anyway, I'm trying to make sure. I'm probably far behind. I'm sorry. That's what happens. Sharon's not in here to get on to me. But there, anything your seasons where what's going on, like hurricane season, if you're part of that, or those who have all the snow and stuff, just prepare on top of everything else. Y'all know how that goes. I do want to say is this selection year. We knew it was going to get crazy. We keep talking about that. That's all over the place. Number one, don't get so distracted and pulled into the nonsense. The theatricals, I say that all the time. That is my opinion on all of that. We need to be aware, but don't get caught up in so derailed in things. And I just feel like there are so many people in our community, it could be right in your own like physical community near you, in your family, friends, everything that are struggling in many different ways. Some of it, the stress of everything last several years has taken its toll on people, financially, health-wise, lots of health-wise, and it's probably because of what I work in and what I do and see and that I'm part of. But pray for your community of people, and the community can be here, far beyond. There's lots of things going on that to me are more concerning and matter more. Or there's things that have happened to in our community. Southern Tier, she won't mind because it was all public, or I wouldn't say anything. She had a event on her property that was in a snap. Changed their life. Hudson Valley did a wonderful thing, helping raise funds for her and praying for her, and just the community, just a lot of different things that go on. And I'm seeing it more and more, and I'm seeing things take the toll. And then I've had people say, it's been building up for these years. It was really hard, such and such amount of time. And then they're just beat down with everything that's going on. And that's what I said, do not let all this nonsense with what this year is, everything in Europe, all of the above, even the border stuff, which is a major crisis more than most of this other stuff. It's, don't let it completely consume you when you need to make sure you're still dealing with things that are front and center in your own lives and your people around you. When, what I say, somebody sitting in the shadows, you go sit with them and pick them back up, and we need to keep moving forward. That is really important, especially during this time. And I'm hearing a lot. We're going with that. We're just going in it comes, it's like waves. It just comes in these waves, and that's where we're at. These peaks and valleys, and that's where we're at. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch on chat. Okay, that's great. I've heard some people do that. Gotta be careful in here. And in my video they removed is over on Rumble. With all my other videos they've removed, they're on Rumble. I don't spend much time over there. There's no traffic over there. But yeah, as long as you're careful and that what you're consuming, especially if you're taking internally, is safe and effective. Always got to worry about your parts per million on that. If you know anything about silver and making it parts per million, that's a big thing. And the water, the type of water you're using, that's a big issue. I think just always be safe. That's what I say about everything, though. No nonsense. I'm a no nonsense person anyways. I don't care what it is, who it is, what's going on. I'm pretty no nonsense. It's just ridiculous. Oh, okay. I'll get it when I get off. What you doing, Rip? Rip's always got Rip. I listen to you a lot when I'm doing stuff in the kitchen. I don't know why that coincides with your videos popping up when I'm um, doing something in the kitchen. It seems like I always have my phone propped up. That's when I'm listening to you in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah. Get rid of big things. I mean, prep things. I mean, I've had people in the prepping community say, I'm selling off everything. I'm dumping. I'm donating a lot of my. I'm tired of clutter. I'm tired of prepping and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Okay, let's just take a breather. Don't do something. But everybody's gonna have to do what they want to do. But as far as like clutter stuff, yeah, I'm big on just let it. I mean, let it go. Hey, Adriana, how are you? But we all have different situations. Hey, Cherokee, how are you doing? Yeah, all the thinning out. I call it purging. I purge things a couple times a year, usually heavily, at least twice a year. Go through, purge, donate it, whatever. There's certain things you can purge, and there may be somebody who's in this community, prepping community type, local or somewhere you have to mail it or something. Hey, you know what they could really use it. Maybe it's stuff your kiddos have outgrown or don't use anymore, or something you have like, well, I have, 5, 6, 7 of these things. I don't need all of them. Do things like that. I always try to ask somebody who could use it, donate it, sell it, whatever you got to do. Let's see. Make sure what I'm missing because I'll get over here and get behind. And that's usually what I have time to do. What I usually end up doing. See, I'm behind. Let me see what you got, Rip. Saving. Oh my gosh, I can't even put this on the screen. You're gonna set. Okay, I'm telling you right now, Huckleberry. He's leaving chat. He's going to Amazon. Nice. Well played, Rip. When he buys it, I'm coming at you, right? Hey, Charmaine, good to see you. Yep. Robin, let me get your stuff up. Keep her up and gardening. Yep. That's what we can do. Absolutely. Just. I mean, I don't. That's why it gets me about this nonsense going on with T-Man and everything else that's going on. I understand how economy, different things were better. But it doesn't matter who's in the seat. We have to keep doing our thing. People want to, they're going to get lax in things if certain people are in that seat. And I'm like, none of it should change. None of that should change what we're doing. Our goals, keep moving forward. They just should not. Decluttering. Oh, see, I think it's just that season, I guess, right? Late spring. Let's see. Lord, no. We'd be locked up. That Irish man in there. How I was talking about how my accent and stuff gets thicker when I get worked up or upset about something. I've warned everybody. Oh, you do? Let me see. Yeah, I think a lot of I do on my phone. I'm either doing stuff out or in the kitchen. And that's why I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't be in, I'm not in chat a lot of different things, or I'll try to at least go back and comment. So what I say, Rip, I just see this one's on you, Rip. I'm gonna have to do a whole video. Thank you, Montana Nana. I don't hear my accent. I don't hear it. Other people do. I've had people up here ask me, where was I from? Your dialect and your accent is very strange. I don't hear it. Absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. We can't lose sight of the focus of what it needs to be. You cannot. And that's what so much of this is for, is distract them. Cause division, distractions. We talk about this over and over and over again. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's the division and the distractions and pull you out, whatever. Speaking of all that, all the nonsense. Oh, see? Yeah. don't get angry much. I'm very low key. Now, huckleberry on the other hand, there's like a fuse that isn't resistant. It's called an Irish fuse, if you know about that. But I tend to be. It takes me a long time to get there, but if I get there, you might as well pack your bags and head out of town because there's no off switch. That's the Southern in me, I think. Exactly, Saint Hunter. Yes, exactly. None of this, none of it. It'd be like, I think it's kind of like one of those things like, okay, let me look. Okay, this is what's going on. Okay, let me keep doing here. Okay, I see what's going on over there. Take note of that. Let me keep on with this. All the nonsense are thrown out the same way. All the fear mongering they're throwing out the same way. Because people get consumed and then it's like it paralyzes them and they get hyper focused on that. And I'm like, what are you taking the bait for? What are you doing? Come on, back over here. This is what we're supposed to be doing. That's my opinion. But I can be harsh like that about things. And I'll tell somebody. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. I do want to say the WHO Director General, y'all know that guy we're talking about. I have so many choice words about what he is. This is in quotations. Just one thing it said, it's time to be more aggressive in pushing back on anti-vaxxers. I wish he would. I think a lot of us are just give me a reason why. And that's why I say, so with that being said, what the bird flu stuff they're doing, we got, 4.8 million? We're doing that. Some of them has to be forced. If you work around that, if you have that, you got to have that. That's going to be their next, we knew it was going to come. We knew it was going to come during this year. They're culling everything. These poor animals, they're culling them, which is destroying the food. Remember how when everything was going on with the beef, and people are like, what are you talking about? There's not a beef shortage. What are you talking about? Oh, well, you're eating, last year's beef, and now it's running out, and the prices go high. That same on and on. That's same thing. We're kind of getting bored with it now. If they could come up with something else, because same thing, same song and dance they're doing. I don't know. I'll make sure I'm not missing anything over here. I'm surprised I'm not way behind. I better not say that now, but let me talk to, where's this little, yes. Let me talk to you about the stacks of 100% cotton patch things and making char cloth and poo cleaner stuff and everything. And I'm like, do you need the rest of this? Because you have a whole stack of ones you've cut and made for those things. Can we get rid of this now? No, I'll just move it. But I also have issues with clutter. Like I want things where it needs to be. And like the whole decluttering thing. But yeah. Exactly. Please do. Oh, you are? Can I ask what type you got? Is it young? Is it older? Is it, what kind of breed is it? Let me have all kinds of questions. Hey, woman of spirit, good to see you. Oh yeah, I've seen this a lot. And my thing is, there are different situations where people took it. I don't get at people, talk down to people, berate them, or I told you so, you got what you do. I don't do that with people. Now, I will connect the dots and say, okay, now what did we learn with this? Because this is serious now. Casey has some detoxes for you on that. Yes. But a lot of them, that was what, and I think, okay, God, please did use this because it woke them up against something else. The truth of that Medfield stuff. Yeah, a lot. It's just ridiculous. It's just sad. It's so evil. It is a modern day stuff I can't say on here that was way back And, let's just think around the 30s. It's just a modern thing. It's just a different way to do it. They're not going to do it the same way. Yes, Rip, I did say this. I think it's the UK told people that they needed to stock up. How long was it? Was it like 3 weeks or something of like food and water and supplies and stuff like that as well? There's a lot of different places, and I do have friends outside of from this and ones from this platform that are in different places in the world, and some of them come and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I know what they're telling you over there, but we're not seeing any of that. We're not. That's not just how it's going over here. So there's always that propaganda, but then there's some that's like it's pretty bad. It's things are bad, especially in the med field and things from all of this. It's pretty bad. Still waiting for them to come. The worst invasion. That always isn't that funny because it was so nonstop. They were talking about that, and then the mall in Miami stuff and everything. Where's Hava? She's there's different people I have down in Miami and stuff, and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Did just again the propaganda, but they were throwing that out left and right. No. Oh yeah, Deb Woods. The prices are ridiculous. Yeah. If I'm that's just no. Just no. There's just not. It's called. I see. I'm with Miss Sharon. Where's Miss Sharon? Did he put that in all caps too? Y'all better pray for Huck. You better pray for him. Oh yeah, Billy, they are. They've been doing that. Mr. Bugman himself, and they just come right out and say it. Lettuce, tomatoes, meat. I've seen videos where they were doing the meat, the different things, whether they do them when they're alive. It's already in there. That certain spike thing, and I'm gonna get a smack. TT1's probably listening, thinking, "Don't do it, KC. Just don't say it." There's a lot of different things, and there's a different things like the appeal, the covering thing they're putting on it, even on organic, different things, and it's like things you can't get off. And I've seen so many kind of those undercover whistleblower type videos, and it shows them they're injecting them. They inject them with syringes, all types of different in different stages of the growing process, whether it's meat or produce. They've been doing that, and they said they'll get it one way or the other. I think they're going to do it through the sky decorating they do for us, masses of amount. We've been saying that for a long time. It would be through like water stuff. Yeah, I mean, at the end, we can't avoid it all. We do the best we can. That's why I'm big on. I constantly say all the time is preventive care and incorporate things into your lifestyle, your diet, whatever you want. Now, do the things now. Constantly detoxing because it gives your body will more likely. Oh, you know what? This is a foreign invader. This is a bad pathogen. This is something. This is a toxin level, and your lymph nodes, your liver, everything. It's working properly. Because if it's not, it's like I can't do. You're on your own. I can't do nothing else for you, because this inner terrain is so toxic as it is. I can't help you. That is going to be a big difference on who does and doesn't get affected by a lot. I promise. Oh, here I said I'm way behind. I'm sorry. I'm behind the chat. It was. Oh, well, that's it. Well, you'll find out soon. Let me know the details of that. Always exciting to get new livestock and things on the farm and everything else. Exactly. But the fat cats at the top, those pockets are lined well, and they're not going without. They're not going without meat. They will not be eating bugs. They will not be in their little designated area. They will not. Rules for thee, but not for me. That is their motto, and that's how they do. Yep, never again. A lot of things in this world that are going on right now, front and center, or it's the never again is happening right now. It is happening, and I wish people would um, wake up to that. Um, yes, I have emails on that. I had a bunch on Liberty Tree. I did Rumble. Yes, you talking about for the detox of that? If you are, send me another email if that's what you're talking about. Um, oh yeah, that's what was going on with babies all them many years. That's not normal. Wait, that's just now. They throw, like I say, they let me throw this label on it. I'll throw this label on it. This is what it is. Now we're going to do the fear, and people still eat it up. I'm like, that's not how science works. When that's what they want to point to, that's what it is. Well, the science. I am, and that's not so. Um, People are crazy and evil. Yeah, I'm just going to go down on that hill. Well, that's how it will be. Hey, Indy, how are you? Good to see you. Now, Indy is my night owl person. She does go late. But you're in a different time zone, I think. For me, it's late. So I don't catch a lot of lives. Um, Let me see if I don't miss anything. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Okay, I'm way behind. I'm sorry. A Murray Grey Angus cross. Angus are good cows, and the miniature, the smaller ones. Good. Let me know. See me in 2 weeks. Oops. If I get another one, that won't be 2 weeks. It'll be bye-bye to this. Yeah, the dry erase board. So we have this thing, and they come through here. Where are some of my people? Yardbirds, you're in here. He said, look, be careful, woman. So if you have these like trolls that go through and they want to, do your report on you because, they're in their mom's basement and they have, that's all they have to do and prove themselves, they can still report you on stuff. The world we live in, right? Anyways, I know, but I don't know how it's to be. I mean, if I had it said you can't talk about any of the stuff, which is everything that what I do, what I talk about, what I do, I wouldn't be up here. I just kind of have to. This is just what it is. Pray for it. That's all I can do. But I do. I mean, a lot of people come. It's like I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Yes, Nancy, thank you. That can go in. That can get reported. Hey, KP, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let me see. Make sure. I know y'all are talking. I'm trying not to mix anything. But so, the nonsense of make sure if I had any notes, which I don't, totally winging it. That's usually how Sundays go, right? And again, my replay gang, I have a strong replay gang. I appreciate you dearly. But my chat is always held to the next day. I say that week after week. So if you want to get involved in chat, which there's so much good that usually information, love and support, kind of everything that goes on my chat. I always have the best chats. And I'm not just saying that, I truly do. You got to wait till the next day because they'll hold it. Yeah, theories. There's no conspiracy theories. They're just truth. Yeah. Yep. I sure can. Now, with that said, I take a pause and say, here's my disclaimer. Okay. Because, you know, you know, do things smart. If you're on prescription medicines, if you have a medical history of XYZ condition, speak with your doctor, your pharmacist. Don't mix. Don't try anything new. More than one new thing at a time. Go low and slow. That's why I said it's not a race. You want to give your body time. Listen to your body and what's going on. The key is always, always be safe. And that's why I tell people you better come very in tune with your body. Don't let somebody that has a certificate on the wall tell you what something is or is not. You become in tune and how to listen to your body. And people better listen to the body when it's whispering to you, because you will be forced to when it's screaming at you, and you're going to have a hard time. That's just how it is. But disclaimers. Hey, Vision, how are you? Vision, I had not seen you. I was like, because a lot of people this time of year, people get busy and everything. And I just went up yesterday, or maybe the day before, because I was out of town yesterday, and I had been unsubbed from you in like 3 other channels. Again, I hear that all the time on my channel from my subs as well. That happens. You get unsubbed. You don't get the notifications, anything. So I thought, well, he's been really quiet and nothing's going on. I'd seen you in a couple chats. So that has been going on as well. I appreciate you. Yes. Smash the thumbs up. Do all the YouTubey stuff, because if they make a little jingle or something, or it helps me that they're not at me so much. I believe that's how it works. But I appreciate all of you. I do regularly, and if they ever want to enforce some type of roundup, they're the likelihood that our own, of course, there's that small percent that they're in with the evil agenda that are not going to do that against our own. They're not going to do that. They're going to use that for, well, because you remember how they offered them, if they would offer them citizenship if they joined our armed forces. And then I know California, I want to think Michigan. It was Michigan or Montana or Minnesota. There was another state as well. They had already, it was like, I don't know, 3-4 classes they had graduated out, LEO graduates that were all illegals that had come over. So they're stacking the law enforcement and military stuff over here with that. So yes, strike. Yes, I do though. Truly, I think they'll use that. We always said that our attacks would be from within. I don't think it's going to be this envision of history over in Europe or things we watch on TV, as much as it is going to be from they're here. They're here. It was all on purpose. They knew what they were doing and what they continue to do. That's just my humble opinion. Just for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, all of it. But drive safe, Vision. I do that too. Driving. Let's see. Yeah, I've had things where I've been. Do you get that thing where I'll just get like, it'll throw you right out of chat. It'll throw you out of chats or something like that. That's different things. That's just how I do. Yeah, kind of, pretty much. We do have to embrace the crazy. Gma Merkel. You're absolutely right. That's nice. I love outdoor kitchens. That's a must in the South. You gotta have an outdoor kitchen of some sort, because it's hot. Especially if anything goes down. Learn from your grandparents, great grandparents. That's what they did. Yeah. No, really, you don't go off the rails to me. You always have some type of good stuff. Pay that rent. That's what I say. Thank you, Tony. Again, I think I'm ahead. Hey, Tracy. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. At least honey. Yeah. Yeah, KP with your mead. Guess the honey's good. Hey, Colleen. Um, that's fine. Whatever. Life first. Be safe, Tiger. I appreciate you. Night vision. Here we go with the night vision. He doesn't need reminders, Rip. He don't even need reminders. Let me know how that goes, though. I'm sure you'll do a review or something on it. Let me know. And thermals. Okay. Okay, Rip. Killing me here. Oh my God. I gotta go. I gotta go so I can go get him off of Amazon. Yeah, well, I mean, anything like that. Different types of grill. I mean, and even grill pits, like fire pits, you can cook over that or grills or anything. You can make them out. Have you seen those? They make those little outdoor just areas you can do with cinder blocks. You can do anything like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be something fancy over the top. Make sure you have a way to cook outside. That's outdoor kitchen. That's my opinion. In all seasons. Um, that's what I do worry about. That if you have a dog for security or just that your pet is when they are trained well enough to be quiet when you're telling them to be quiet, when they don't need to alarm everyone, you know. I don't, that's just, there's that hindrance. And I've heard a couple creators over the last couple of years have talked about that weighing good and bad about having a dog versus not during those times, pros and cons on each side. Um, I do. That's my best selling shirt out of all my, well, even all my merch is that honey shirt. I mean, by far, hoodies, t-shirts, my tumblers that people just, that one they just buy. But yeah, I do. I say that here. Hey, Life Done Free, welcome. Glad you're here. Um, oh my goodness, MD Creekmore, daily walk. That's so sad. I know you tell me that all the time, and we're seeing that a lot with the. I mean, even you're reading, if you're not even near like cemeteries, you're not seeing that visually. The obituaries and stuff, it's nonstop. It is. It's just unreal, the number. I appreciate you as always. Um, Let me see. Um, yeah, I don't know how far deep in the woods you are, but yeah, anything of that sort. I mean, even like running generators, anything that has a. I mean, if you're in a situation that you got to be like stealth about things, you're quiet. I mean, you just better open up canned goods and eat it cold, and that's what it is. Keeping your dogs quiet, keeping low key, not having any lights on when it's dark. There's all those things. Yep, absolutely. Um, Montana Nana. I haven't even messed with my Teespring stuff. I was so fed up. I was so fed up with Teespring. And then I looked at many different avenues and I just didn't see any. Speaking of MD, I even was, you know, racking his brain. I was like, what? And that's what most of us use. I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I really haven't been on there. I really need to redo some of my merchant stuff. Um, and then I tried local stuff and I like them better, but they don't do it on demand. So then I would have to order 25 plus of said design, but I have to already, I like that people can pick out their color and sizes as they go, order on demand. And if you have it done local, you can't, nowhere around me. I mean, within an hour drive, they don't do it that way. Um, so that's always a problem. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. What'd they say? It was 5 years from it rolling out, and then within 10 years, they had did it 5-year increments for those numbers. It's just so sad and awful. Um, I don't know what did Rip say that the ancestors have spoken. He tells me. Um, oh gosh, you too. Thanks, Rip. I'll hear the conversation when I get off of whatever it is that he needs to get. Am I caught up? Oh my, that's crazy. I better wrap up before I go over. Um, yeah, all the dog. I don't know, like muzzle. I think they can still bark on muzzles though, right? They just can't bite. Um, early training, lots of different training you can do. It depends on the breed. I mean, let's just be honest. Some dogs are just yappers. Um, yeah, I'm gonna email you later, Rip. I emailed you not too long ago as well on something completely different. Oh, y'all talking over here talking about contacts and stuff. Oh my, that's how we do it though, right? That community and bartering and everything else. Um, but in all seriousness, this I talk about this all the time. So many years, different seasons we go into, or different things happen. That is the time to organize and take inventory, rotate and check your preps. I mean, we've all at some point or another we've had something go bad. Can something lose its seal? That just happens. Bugs in your dry goods. There's things that happen. They just, no matter all the precautionary stuff that we take, it just happens. Where your any holes are in your preps, you're lacking of different things. Now the um, expiration dates are, as Huckleberry says, those are just suggestions. Everything's a little different. Everything's a little different with meds and food and everything else. Educate yourself on that and just keep track of that. We've all had something to think, man, how did this not get rotated forward? This is pretty bad. And so we lose stuff. We all have that. We all have that happen. But every season, I think, is that should be every season change, at least 4 times a year. Or if there's a big something happens, you've got to keep on top of that and organize it and go through it. And maybe as your kiddos get older, or maybe somebody else kind of joins in your tribe community right there, and it's somebody would be trusted to be partake in some of any of that, or family moves in, or whatever the situation is. Make sure you're doing walkthroughs with them and educating them on, number one, where things are, what this is used for. I mean, we constantly, because the last thing you want, even if it was something that happened to me and I'm the medical person, is Huckleberry is, and the kids and everything, like, I need you to know how to use this. I need you to know the signs. I need you to know what this is, and I need you to what this is, how to do this, because maybe I'm going to want to be the one that need it. Or people that come into your group or tribe, you got to have that. Now everybody has their own little niche. Not everybody's a medical person. They ain't gonna be able to handle it, and that's just what it is. And and not just that, anything else, but do those things. Yeah. Oh yeah, the kiddie pool things. Yep. I'll make sure I haven't missed anything. In case if you have something for me, put it in caps, please. Oh yeah, those little dogs are usually, they are something else with that feistiness. I don't like real yippy dogs. That constant yipping drives me nuts. But some of those little dogs, they have that kind of little man syndrome, and they'll fight a grizzly bear. They don't. Um, that's right. It doesn't matter what the grill, cheap grills. Long. That's right, Cherokee. As long as you can do food on, I don't care if it's a great thing over fire. I think everybody should learn how to cook over real fire. because you're probably going to need it at some point. Yeah, I'm big on the bigger dog side myself, but that's me. But with all the livestock and stuff. Awesome. I'd love to hear stuff like that. That's awesome. Um, I agree with this. I do believe that there's certain breeds are better than the other. Everyone's situation and scenario is different, and you got to prepare for them too and take that on. If I was ever in a situation I had to absolutely flee, say it was like a major fire, like a wildfire coming across, you had to do, and we had to do this like when we had a horse ranch, we had tons of horses, and everything like that. I would turn them out before or even if it's a big flood, I open the gates and they will go. They will find higher ground than to ever lock them in. Things of dogs. If you ever had, and people like, I could never leave them, and I get that. That's not what I'm saying. But if there's ever a situation, please turn them out, and you have to flee. Last minute something, don't keep them locked up because that's a cruel way. They will find their way to higher ground usually. Um, but I do believe in the protection. A lot of people, even if we're not talking about shift situations, um, a lot of people, if they hear a dog, they won't try that as much because that's usually a good deterrent as well. Oh yeah, I know that feeling too. Um, I try to teach mine very early on that nip it in the butt with the barking at every little thing. It's a lot of work, and again, some breeds you're just not going to break that. Exactly. That's your first line of usually of a warning. They'll hear and pick up things way before even like say it would come up on like a security camera or something. Hey Pastor, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Um, yeah, dogs know, don't they, Coffee? Trust that. Dogs can sense things. Um, but I agree. Hey, love and life. That's okay if you're late. That's okay. I appreciate my replay gang. And again, those coming in at the end, if you do replay, um, if you want to be involved in chat and always have such a wonderful chat, I absolutely love my chat. You got to wait till the next day because they do hold my chat until the next day. Um, um, yeah. I can believe it. Those little terriers and those little dogs and stuff like that, they don't care. They don't understand size, and they'll go after stuff. Yeah. At least they'll give you a heads up, at least, and give you an extra time, right? Um, I agree. I do have a. I do. I don't ever have issues in here. I appreciate all of you, and how much y'all love and help each other. That means a lot because that's what we need. That's what we need, and sadly, there's a lot of people throughout communities that it's petty stuff and attacking people and everything else. I'm just like, we're in this together. We need to, you know, put differences aside and do what we need to do and be more supportive and look after each other. But that's important. Absolutely. They will. They have a different instinct, but don't ever. I see people like, I didn't, I've heard that during we've always been in hurricanes, and I see it, and they like, we had to leave and we left them in the house, and the house was flooded. Well, what did you think was going to happen? That's so ridiculous. Turn them out, cast off, whatever. Horses, wildfires, different things. Horses, when we've had horrible flooding in areas, and then people in the community, most of the time we end up finding them. People end up finding them, but don't keep them locked. There's a sure death for them if you do that. Oh yeah, I keep that on me. I just had it out the other day for some reason. Yeah, beautiful knife. Thank you again. He sent me a great knife. If you haven't seen it, I did a mail call on that somewhere back in my videos. Go check it out. Um, let's see what Rips got. Okay, check that out. Oh, I do remember. I was reading that, and I don't remember where I was. It was on my phone. And that's exactly like when I was talking earlier about praying for, there's so much going on within our community, not this nonsense above going, that's high up, this whole other different thing going on. It's just a lot. And I'm like, please, whatever you can do, and whether you're local and you can physically be there to do something, or you're praying for them, or you can send things in the mail, or you can get word out, or just be a comfort or support, or pull somebody up when they're just in this pit right now. Because none of us are immune to any of that type of stuff. And you better be that person, because your day may come around and you're going to want that as you would want somebody. So my thing, I try to give people the same grace I would always want. There's a lot going on. Yeah. And I see, talking about the division, I see it on higher levels and the lower levels more and more and more. It is baffling to me. It is baffling to me. And I have no, uh, um, I have no tolerance for that. I just don't. It's just weird to me. Um, but yeah, lots of prayers. I am of me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm getting ready to wrap up myself. Hey, Pilgrim. Good to see you. I'm about to wrap up. I gotta go get some ribs and stuff on the grill. Speaking of grill and all that type of stuff, that's what we're doing. But I appreciate all you guys, and thank you for sticking by me while I was in the slammer there. I appreciate all of you. Keep doing the things, all these things we've been talking about, helping out, doing your thing. Reach out to trusted people if you have a situation going on. Don't ever feel like I have to bear this in silent by myself. Now, I'm not saying get up and broadcast to everyone. That's not what I'm saying either. But your trusted somebody's, reach out, because the weight of things can just be really heavy on when you're in the mix of a storm. Um, so reach out, and those you're able to help in many different ways. We can help. Okay, it doesn't have to just be a financial help or physical. Just do that. Just be that person, and hopefully, and that will usually continue to spread. That's my advice. We're going to need it. We're going to need each other to get through what's going on now and the things that are coming. So everyone, I constantly pray for you. I appreciate you. And I'm sure I'll see you sometime this week. But y'all stay blessed, and I'll see you later. Appreciate you.